The hard truth about why you don't respect yourself. You can feel it, that quiet voice that shrinks when someone pushes back. The way you apologize before you've even done anything wrong. The way you let things slide, things you swore you'd never tolerate, because some part of you believes that speaking up will cost you more than staying silent. You don't respect yourself. And the hardest part isn't admitting that. The hardest part is that you already know it. Self-respect isn't a feeling. It's not something that shows up when life gets easier or when the right person finally sees your worth. It's a standard, a line you draw and refuse to let anyone, including yourself, cross. And right now, yours is either buried so deep you've forgotten it exists, or you never built it in the first place. Either way, here's why. The first reason you don't respect yourself is that you have spent years prioritizing how other people feel over what you actually need. Every time you said yes when you meant no, you voted against yourself. Every time you stayed quiet to keep the peace, you told yourself your voice didn't matter. Every time you shrunk, adjusted, performed, or disappeared to make someone else comfortable, you reinforced the belief that your needs are negotiable. Do that long enough, and it stops feeling like a choice. It starts feeling like who you are. But it isn't who you are. It's what you were trained to do. And training can be undone. It just requires something most people aren't willing to do. Consistently choosing themselves even when it's uncomfortable. Especially when it's uncomfortable. The second reason is that you don't keep promises to yourself. Think about it. You said you'd wake up early. You didn't. You said you'd stop tolerating that situation. You haven't. You said this time would be different. It wasn't. Every broken promise to yourself is a deposit into a bank account of self-contempt. You might not feel it immediately, but it accumulates. And over time, you stop trusting yourself entirely. You stop believing that what you say to yourself means anything. And when you don't trust yourself, you can't respect yourself. The two are inseparable. The path back is not complicated, but it is demanding. Start making small promises to yourself and keep them. Not grand declarations, small ones. Ones you can actually hold. Because every promise kept is evidence that you are someone worth taking seriously. And you need that evidence right now more than anything else. The third reason is that you have been seeking validation from people who were never qualified to give it. A parent who withheld approval. A partner who made you earn affection. Friends who only showed up when it was convenient for them. And you kept going back, kept trying harder, kept adjusting yourself in the hope that this time they'd finally confirm what you needed to hear. They never did. They never will. Not because you're not enough, but because broken people cannot give what they don't have. You were looking for water in an empty well and wondering why you stayed thirsty. Self-respect means withdrawing that search entirely. It means stopping the audition. It means deciding, without anyone's permission or confirmation, that you are worth your own regard. That is not arrogance. That is the bare minimum you owe yourself. The fourth reason cuts deepest. You have done things, or allowed things, that you haven't forgiven yourself for, and you are punishing yourself for them every single day in ways you don't even fully recognize. The self-sabotage, the settling, the tolerance for mistreatment. On some level, you believe you deserve less, so you accept less. You attract less. You become less. This is not accountability. Accountability looks forward. This is self-punishment, and it is keeping you locked in a version of yourself that no longer exists, paying for decisions that cannot be undone. You are not the worst thing you've ever done. You are not the worst thing that was ever done to you, but you will keep living like you are until you make a deliberate decision to stop. Respect is not given. It is built, brick by brick, promise by promise, boundary by boundary. Every time you choose your own standard over someone else's comfort, every time you keep your word to yourself when no one is watching, every time you walk away from something that diminishes you instead of staying and hoping it gets better, nobody is going to hand you self-respect. No relationship, no achievement, no amount of external validation will manufacture it for you. It comes from one place only: the daily decision to treat yourself as someone worth protecting. Start making that decision today. Not when you feel ready, not when life gets easier. Now. Because the longer you wait, the more of yourself you give away to people and situations that were never worthy of you in the first place. And you've already given away enough.